Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
In this episode, number 31 of the Dandy Funhouse, how in the world could I help but tell the story of two brothers-in-law with a post-World War II entrepreneurial spirit and how they joined forces to combine business ambition with their passion for all things ice cream. Together, they built nothing short of a worldwide ice cream institution. For this is the story of Baskin Robbins. Let's step into the funhouse.
Where am I?
You just entered the Dandy Funhouse.
Hello and welcome to the Dandy Funhouse, video show, podcast, and blog. This is where we talk about retro pop culture, toys, games, and all the fun stuff. I'm your host, Neil Dandy, but before we get into it here, I have some sad news to share. You may remember Emma Lou the Dandy Dog, who appeared in our episode about the game Soggy Doggy, and also hosted our episode counting down the top 10 dog-friendly attractions in America. On Wednesday, June 14th, 2023, about 4:30 p.m., Emma Lou passed through the great doggy door in the sky. After 14 years of hugs, kisses, doggy parks, noses out the car window, interstate travel, and being the very best friend a doggy daddy could ever ask for. If you're fortunate enough to have an amazing dog, cat, guinea pig, parrot, donkey, or just love animals in general, give yours an extra hug today and tell them it's from Emma Lou, the Dandy Dog. She would have liked that. Now on with the show. Burt Baskin and Irv Robbins were brothers-in-law with competing ice cream shops in Glendale, California, post-World War II. 1945 to be exact. Burt had been a Navy lieutenant who honed his ice cream making skills at sea for his fellow troops. His shop was called Burton's Ice Cream. Irv worked in his father's ice cream shop as a teenager and had developed a passion for the confectionery at a young age. Irv's shop was called Snowbird Ice Cream. Burt only sold 10 flavors, while Irv sold 21, and after a few years of fledgling success, Burt and Irv decided to combine their talents. But they still kept their brand names separate. They just offered the same products and used their strengths to mutually advance business. Within just a couple of years, the ambitious brothers-in-law had opened 6 locations of Burt's and also Snowbird Ice Cream with no sign of stopping. As the company grew past their abilities to personally oversee each store, the pair made the brilliant move of offering their locations for sale as franchises to their store managers, which enabled them to strap rockets onto their expansions. By giving ownership opportunities to the managers, this helped maintain quality standards since the managers had a stake in the success of the stores. This would be the very first time a chain of ice cream shops had ever been franchised. In 1949, Burt and Irv purchased their first dairy in Burbank, California, which is right next to Glendale, California, where they were headquartered. This allowed them to have complete quality control over production and assisted with development of new flavors. And they continued their streak of smart business moves when in 1953 they employed the consulting services of Carson Roberts Advertising Agency, who made the now obvious decision that the two individual brands should lose their separate identities and become one delicious tour de force under the name Baskin Robbins. They also implemented the colors of pink to invoke cherries and brown to harken thoughts of chocolate, sprinkling in polka dots to remind people of the circus. They also decided they should build upon the number 31, which was the total number of combined flavors at the inception of Burt and Irv's merging. Why 31 flavors? The ad agency felt that a person having the option of a different flavor for every day of the month would be a great marketing position. Baskin Robbins has since introduced over 1,300 flavors. The following year, in 1954, Baskin-Robbins began competing against other ice cream makers at state and county fairs across America, racking up gold medals and blue ribbons, earning them a grassroots reputation for quality with their unique flavor ribboning technique. Then in 1962, Baskin-Robbins invented and introduced the iconic ice cream cake. Now, they've become synonymous with this over the decades. Now, in case you've been living under the rocky road and aren't familiar with ice cream cakes, they basically consist of three components: white or chocolate cake, choice of ice cream flavor, and frosting. You can even put a customized message on the cake. And in 2019, they introduced the photo cake, where an actual custom photograph could be printed directly on the cake with edible ink. Now, that's something. Creamy fun fact. Did you know that Baskin-Robbins had to come up with special recipes for the add-ins in their ice creams that would be freeze-resistant? That's right. Gumdrops, peanut butter, chocolate chips, and bubble gum, if created using traditional methods, would turn into hard chunks dangerous to your dental health. So, through lots of experimentation and top-secret formulating, Baskin-Robbins came up with special ways to keep ingredients malleable, and making 4 out of 5 dentists highly disappointed. By the mid-1960s, Baskin-Robbins had grown to over 400 stores across America, leading to their acquisition in 1967 by United Fruit, just prior to Burt Baskin's passing that very December. United Fruit took the ice cream chain international, expanding into Asia, Australia, and the Middle East. Then in the 1970s, Baskin-Robbins found themselves with a creamy crisis on their hands. Husband and wife Irv and Irma Robbins were experimenting in their home kitchen, and together they created the flavor Pralines and Cream, which eventually became the company's most popular international flavor. Yes, 35 years into the company, founding family members were still hands-on. Unfortunately, when Pralines and Cream was introduced, it was only a limited run item, but it caught on like wildfire. They could never have imagined the public demand that would be for this flavor, and it caused a national crisis once it ran out. They started receiving petitions. Students in Santa Barbara actually picketed outside their stores, and Dear Abby piled on too, pleading for the return of Pralines and Cream. The company had no choice but to fire up a special production run to satisfy the insatiable throngs of Pralines and Cream junkies they had created, and the flavor has been a mainstay ever since. Baskin-Robbins as a practice actually made it part of their business model to come up with hundreds of new flavors each year at their Burbank facility, but out of those, less than 10 would be chosen annually for public release, and the blooper reel is pretty interesting, including failed flavors such as lox and bagels, avocado, garlic, azuki bean, jalapeno, pumpkin, and even ketchup. Another creamy fun fact. Did you know that out of all Baskin-Robbins flavors, only 2 are not kosher? For those who faithfully follow Judaism, as long as you're not ordering Rocky Road or pink bubblegum, there's no need to get your yarmulke and a yank. You're good. In 1991, it came time for a brand refresh, and an updated logo was top of the agenda. Colors were changed to pink and blue, and the number 31 in pink was placed beside the company name in blue. The logo remained this way until 2006, when they modernized the fonts with an edgier look and then embedded the number 31 into the initials BR. There's an even newer logo introduced in 2022, which sort of harkens back to the earlier days with a more classic font and the return of pink and brown for the colors, and still has the number 31 embedded in the initials. They even have a new slogan, Seize the Yay. Now, my favorite is 2006, mainly because I have a clown suit that matches their colors. But you tell me which one you like best, either by commenting if you're enjoying this episode on social media, or just send a message through the website at dandyfunhouse.com. I'd love to know what you think. Now, really quickly, let's rewind to the 80s and 90s when expansions continued at a rapid-fire pace, and the brand was acquired over and over throughout the years, eventually combining with Dunkin' Donuts in 1994. It was during this time that the Polar Pizza was introduced. A disc of ice cream. It comes in a pizza box, and you eat it just like a pizza. To this day, you can still order a Polar Pizza in Oreo, peanut butter chocolate, my favorite flavor, cookie dough, and mint chip, or you can customize it and have it delivered to your door even. Another creamy fun fact! Did you know that Baskin Robbins holds not one, but two world's records? The first was obtained on May 18, 2000, when they created the world's largest ice cream scoop pyramid with 3,100 scoops of ice cream. The second was on September 13, 2005, in honor of Baskin Robbins' 60th birthday, when they created the world's largest cup of ice cream with a boulder of vanilla weighing 8,865 pounds. And in 2014, Baskin Robbins stretched out once again, this time into supermarkets, and also began offering delivery through DoorDash. And today, they are the world's largest chain of ice cream specialty stores with over 5,800 worldwide locations. And each location is still franchised with a local owner who holds a stake in the success of the store. And that's the scoop on all things Baskin Robbins. I hope you enjoyed learning about this institution of frosty fun as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. And if you'd like to help me continue to be able to bring you amazing productions like this one, I encourage you to become a Dandy Funhouse supporter by visiting the patronage page at dandyfunhouse.com. Supporters gain access to exclusive bonus material, and super supporters also gain access to the same bonus material, but I'll also personally mail you something really dandy from right here at the Dandy Funhouse Studios if you provide your mailing address. Podcast listeners can also support via their Podcast 2.0 enabled listening applications by sending teeny slivers of Bitcoin known as Satoshis. Just look for the little $ in your app. If it's there, you're made. And remember, no matter how you support the show, even if it's just giving a 5-star review or sharing with a friend, it is deeply appreciated. All right, I gotta make like a banana and split. Come back soon, right here to the Dandy Funhouse, y'all, where everything is always fun and dandy. By the way, Baskin Robbins, if you are listening or watching this right now, I just want to make sure that you understand every single day of the year is my birthday.
Make creamy ice cream bars with the Baskin Robbins Ice Cream Bar Factory. Just pour, mix, add the sticks, turn the crank,
And lick!
decorate them in wild ways. Baskin Robbins Ice Cream Bar Factory. Additional mixes sold separately. Other food ingredients needed from Whammo.
Shopify helps businesses break sales records over the holidays with the world's best converting checkout. Let's hear that one more time. The world's best converting checkout. Shopify's legendary checkout makes it easier for customers to shop on your website, across social media, and everywhere in between. Now that's music to your ears. Any way you spin it, you can be a smash hit with Shopify. Start your $1 a month trial today at shopify.com/records.
Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. It's a thing. And now the truth is out there. I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free anytime, anywhere. And each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.